Hi guys, my name is Allison Ruff and I'm going to be talking about Linda Albert's cooperative discipline. So Linda Albert is mostly known for her publishing of the cooperative discipline in 1996. She has worked as a teacher, counselor, and university professor, so she's seen children from all forms of development. She's authored many newspaper columns along with being on TV. She's worked nationally and internationally. Linda Albert's main focus is making sure students feel like they belong in the classroom, along with making a connection with other students, but at the same time, making sure every misbehavior is always given the chance to be directed and incorporated into a learning experience to make sure students understand why that behavior is not acceptable. So Albert's classroom management is based on Dunkirk's classroom management, which discusses different teaching styles. So the first teaching style is autocratic, and this is when everything is set by the teacher standards and it's strict and there's no moving it, there's no flexibility, and students aren't very receptive to this type of teaching. Permissive is the opposite. That is when teachers don't have any kind of structure to their classroom, nothing set in stone, everything is flowing back and forth, and students don't have a schedule, while democratic is kind of in between both of those. Democratic is when a teacher comes in the first day of school, she has 3 rules set, but she wants to open up to classroom discussion, allowing students to decide if they want to set any rules for their classroom since it is their classroom. Why students misbehave? Albert talks about this a lot, saying that students need attention, and most students don't misbehave because they get the attention they need, but the students that do misbehave is because they're not getting the attention that they think they need. So they use these 4 different ways to try to seek that attention. So attention seeking is just using different ways to grab attention of the teacher. They use AGMs, which is a teaching attention seeking mechanisms, such as pencil tapping, showing off, making a ruckus. Albert states that the silver lining to this is students want a positive relationship, they just don't know how to get that relationship. Power seeking through words and actions to show that they can't be controlled by the teacher. They may mutter replies and ignore instructions. This can anger a teacher, but the silver lining is that these students display leadership ability as well as good verbal skills and independent thinking. Revenge seeking, this normally looks like verbal attacks to the teacher, such as "you stink" or destruction of materials or the classroom. The main point about helping this behavior is building a relationship with all students, including students whose behavior is often sometimes unacceptable. Avoidance of failure. Don't always allow students to withdraw, instead alter the assignments. She suggests using materials such as touch and feel, incorporating technology, helping students celebrate small victories, along with teaching them about Gardner's multiple intelligences. So you might not be too great at math, but you're really great at reading, so here's where your intelligences are. So she also talks about the 3 C's. So the first 3 C we're going to talk about is capable, the I can level. There are 5 key points that she touches on. So the first one is making mistakes is okay. So students need to understand that when they make a mistake, that there's nothing wrong with that and they can learn from it, and that everyone makes mistakes and it just shows a natural part of learning. 2 is building confidence. Must have confidence that success is possible. To do this, teachers should convey this by learning that learning is a process of improvement. Watch using the word easy though, because a student might not be able to achieve something and you don't want them to think that they can't get it and it's easy, so why can't I get it? That kind of goes back on building that confidence. 3, focus on past successes. Belief in one's ability and willingness to expand effort. Asking students why these are successful and encouraging them that when they achieve a goal because of what they have already learned in the past. So making sure the past helps them continue on to their learning process. Making progress tangible. This is something like visibly seeing progress. So she talks about the I cans, and they're decorated by the students, and when a student achieves something, they get to write it on a slip of paper and put it in the can so they can go back and see what they've achieved later on. Recognizing achievements, again, is just making sure those achievements are seen by everybody. So that might be putting up projects in the hallway so that teachers, parents, and students can see them when they come to school. So another of the 3 C's is connect. Albert uses the 5 A's that help with forming connection with students. So acceptance It's discussing accepting students for everything they have going on and everything that they are. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Attention is getting students personal attention, such as greeting them at the door, calling them by name, making sure they know that your attention is on them. Appreciation is taking time to focus on the contributions that they contribute to the class. What do they give the class? Affirmation is recognizing all of the positive traits a student has. So if a student is really good at keeping their desk organized, telling them they're really great at keeping their desk organized. Affection is being able to be accountable for your students. Like, I will never stop liking you for the student that you are. You will never not be liked in this environment. So for her final of the 3 C's, she has contribute. And this is something that Albert encourages a lot of within the school and outside the school. So encouraging students to contribute different things to class. So discuss things in class or contribute things to school if they're having a canned food drive. Encourage them to do things within their community, such as going to a neighborhood cleanup, but at the same time within their environment that might be in their whole city and not necessarily their neighborhood. And the final one that I really like is encouraging students to be kind and helpful to other students, making sure they have that kind connection with each other. So in my opinion, I believe that this model of management is a great way for teachers to discipline their students, but not only discipline them, but encourage them to improve not only their life in the classroom, but their life outside of the classroom. It gives students confidence and motivation to achieve different goals that might not be encouraged with other types of model management. Thank you.